Hey, it's Dan, and welcome to Unified Gaming. So today guys, we are in the Vengeance campaign once more. This is the ongoing test in Cyrodiil to see can they fix lag, and in my experience with it thus far, it's been a resounding yes on the whole. I've had a few kind of hiccups here or there, but generally it's been way more performant, and actually some of the changes are pretty cool with some of the skills. So in this one, we're just going to hop into the Vengeance campaign whilst it's still about, because it's not going to be here forever, and we'll talk about what's happening. Kind of, is it really, really good? Is it really, really bad? Is it actually helping? And more importantly, is it fun? As always, if you've got any questions about the builds I'm using, I've gone through and made a video on the channel already, so do check that out. It goes through every single class from a damage dealer's perspective with gameplay and shows you kind of what I'm using currently to kind of get the most bang for the buck. And it's just been a lot of fun. As always with this, like, if you like what I do with the videos and stuff, then, you know, likes and comments are greatly appreciated. And it sounds silly to say, but if you haven't done so already, do subscribe. I've got many builds and guides on the way, and I'd hate for you to miss those out. Oh, we forgot to find some yellows. Let's go and go for cheeky sun here. Go for sun and go for beam. Beam, 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 beam. Ah, got him. That's one dead already. Absolutely, the beam's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. How is everybody doing? Oh, he's over there. Nope, you can't run. Come back. He's running away. He's running away. And the, oh, I didn't get the ult hitting him. Ah, love it. The beam's disgusting. Oh, it's Chaff Killer. I've killed him before. There he is. Beam is absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah, how are people doing tonight? What are people thinking about the game generally and the campaign? Anime Boops says, when is Vengeance's last day? It's coming up. So you've got the two of them there. We've got some yellows go for a quick potion. I believe it's next week, next Monday. We've got 3 crocs ready. Beam, 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 beam. I love the beam. The beam's so good now. I absolutely love this beam. Beam, 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 beam. Oh, I was hoping to get him that side. Yeah, the Destro change is awesome, by the way. Absolutely love that. There's a lot of damage. Is he going to come around here? No, he's not. Going for the stun. Getting the stun into Destro, if you can land it, it's horrible. It just keeps running away and gunning into cloak. Yeah, he's not going to come out, is he? We've got a group of yellows here, so I'm going to teleport away quickly. Go for some heals. So waiting for him to come up here. Oh, go get some big kills going and get those heals. Ah, tried going this way. The execute got me. The melee hit me from that far away. Yeah, as soon as you get like 4 or 5 people on you, it's really, really hard unless you have line of sight. What are people's favourite class? I'm going to put a poll up. Like, if you've played the campaign, what do you enjoy the most? So I'll put, what is your favourite Vengeance class to use? And this is obviously like damage dealer, mainly. So like, I've got Arcanist, I'm going to put in Warden, Nightblade, or Sorcerer. Now these are honestly like the kind of better classes in my opinion for this mode. But yeah, what do you think is like the best one that you've enjoyed using? I'm really liking Arcanist this time round. I love the bonus damage you get. There's a group there. I tried roll dodging. Couldn't get the roll dodge. Yeah, we're hit with 2 people's spec bows and then a soul tether. As soon as people sink stuff like that, it's really, really hard. Because a spec bow hits you like a truck on this. The polls at the moment says Arcan is at 100%. I am very, very fond of it. Is it as good as Nightblade? No. But it's very, very fun. Yeah, let's go down to here because we're just going to be here for ages. They're in a group, you can see that as how they're moving. As soon as you've got the tulip, you've got the spec bows just coming in, it's nasty, it is. I'll see if we can... I think in a 1v1 I'll probably have him. But when you're getting the 18, 20k hits hitting you like at once, it's not nice. We're going to go down to Fargo anyway, because that's where Big Fight is. And I want to kind of see how laggy it is. So yeah, as I'm riding down, the build I'm on currently is the Arcanist class. So what we've tried to do is build some kind of burst. So we're using the Destro ult, which if you can get somebody stunned inside that with the beam at the same time, it's like half the health by 1 second. It's horrible. And then obviously if they're still stunned, you can get the full up extra beam tick, which will then get the kill. So I really like that kind of combination for this playstyle. We can use Tentaclica Dread to obviously stun people and do a bit more damage to them and just really drain the stam to help with that, like, sort of keeping them locked in place. That's no longer under attack, so we will see what's happening down here. We're going to hop on over, I think it's the mine that was under attack, so we'll see what's happening there. I'm curious if you guys have any thoughts on this campaign. Like, is it good for you? Has it been bad for you? Like, is there something you want to see longer term? I'd be curious just to see where people are at with their feelings. Like, is it actually something you're interested in? He's called Testing. That's quite an interesting name. I'm still going to hop over to the mine. I see some yellows. See many yellows. Let's see if I can poke the bear. Come on. Over you come. Alright, we've got this other guy with us, so that's cool. I went for the kill there. I got greedy, I went for the kill. And I got interrupted. We've got the guy behind. Yeah, he's gonna die over there. There's way too many yellows. Let's ride back though. That's the only thing I do miss with the live version of the beam is that big shield. So like you're a bit more survivable when you use the beam. Because obviously at the moment when you use it, it's like you're going to be really punished if you get stunned. As you just saw. Like I got stunned and it is really hard to recover. Just get my health up quickly before we get attacked. We do have fulminating ring, which I am using. I haven't used it just to see if we needed the damage. I still think we need it, so I'm going to use it again this time. So that, like the past 2 or 3 fights, I haven't used it just to see if can we get away without damage, and I don't think so. I think we do need the extra bit of oomph, especially with the healing that people use. Okay, the farm's gone red, which means there's obviously a few different alliances down here now, which is cool. The question is, will it be a big Zerg, which I suspect, or will it be more groups? I'm going to ride back towards the mine, because that's where people were at, and then maybe hook around by the farm on the way. So just having a little look at the farm. I can see quite a few yellows. I don't know if I'll get one over. Let's see if I can pull one over. Yep, no, that is more than one. Oh, that's an AV, but I went to try and get the group. Just so many people there. You'll notice it's very Zergy, this mode. So like if you're in a duo, it's way easy because you've got the cross healing. Let's go up to there and just want to see like where we're at with people. Someone did suggest on one of the videos, which I found the sustain was really hard, was the rapid maneuver. This is really nice for like getting around. It's just like very expensive. It's like 6.5k stam. I don't know if I can afford that. Like my stam regen's tough as it is, as you see already. And then having the extra like stam cost, not going to help. I'm going to check the poll. The poll is which class do you enjoy using the most for this mode? At the moment it's Sorcerer and Nightblade. Sorry, Sorcerer and Arcanist. Silk's kind of like in the lead. It's interesting that nobody's put Nightblade at the moment. I thought that would have been like the go-to. It is really good for this mode. Like you've got crazy burst combos, you've got cloak, you've got movement skills, you've got snares, and you have really good healing. Plus the sustain tools are insane. So I'm a little surprised that nobody's gone for that, but maybe that's just me. Oh, mushrooms. I'm just going to check Discord one moment. Also just check the music's fine. Yeah, the music looks okay. Yeah, so hopefully this is a big fight so we can see, is the lag better? When I did it before it was pretty good. There, we're going to leave the quest there. We don't need a doctor's bag. They can leave that. Yeah, so if people have just joined, what we're doing is just hanging out in the Vengeance campaign today, going on different sort of specs, starting on the Arcanist. I will switch to like other classes if people have a preference, so just like put in the chat. And it's kind of just to enjoy the mode whilst it's here, because it may not come back. It should do. I think that's what they're planning to do, but I don't know when, what will change, so I kind of want to experience how it is at the moment. There's a lot of people there, some fighting over. Okay, what's over here? I'm always a sucker for seeing people fight and just jumping in. Yeah, loads of reds. Awesome. I got a guard. Let's try it. They've gone that way. I don't want to go up to the farm. There's loads of reds up there, loads of yellows. Sorry, loads of blues. I want to try and like fight people when there's like more of a balanced fight. Like this one here. Oh, I thought it was going to run forward. I was so hoping it was going to run forward. Yeah, I need to get some healing going. I hit the wrong button there. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I shouldn't have died there. But I hit the wrong button, so that's why I deserve to die. That was bad. My bad there. Lucas says, wanted to start a new character, so did I miss much? Want the bow sniper, but take the Nightblade from the other builds. If you're going to go on a pure sniper, sorcerer is the best. It's got better class mastery, and that's like the main reason. You also can put on dark magic and storm calling together. So that's what I would suggest. A red up there. It was a red. Another red. Oh no, he ran away. Sorry, I just muted the mic. I get really bad hay fever. And I don't think you want to hear someone sneeze. It's not that nice sound. Okay, well, I'm going to pop up and see if we can fight that person. No, he dropped down. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, you can see one thing you'll notice very quick in this mode is that people die very, very fast. Sorry, blown those. So we're gonna pop down. Oh no, I should not have done it. Oh my goodness, that was suicide. I didn't see them. Ow, my camp's not ready either. I'm not gonna get a res, am I? I think they took it though. I think we might. Yeah, I think. Oh no, the door's still. Has that been repaired? I think we're gonna have to ride back. Lucas was saying about starting a new character, so did it miss much? We've just been messing around on the Arcanist, to be honest. I enjoy the Arcanist. It's not the most effective for this mode, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't have enough burst for 1vx. It's like, you can kill people, don't get me wrong, but it's not as easy as Nightblade. Nightblade's really easy, so Sorcerer. So that's kind of where we are with this. We're just messing around with the Arcanist. It's a fun class. It's kind of got a good kit. It's just, it lacks that burst combo without the ult. And even with the ult, it's still very clunky because it's got that 2-second wind up. So by the time you cast the ult, it misses a lot of the time. And you've got the beam that can miss sometimes. So when you add those two variables together, it's like, if it lands, it's great. If it doesn't land, it's terrible. As for your question about the Nightblade Sniper, the Sorcerer is the best one. Like, it's got the class mastery, which is about an extra 3,000 damage on the scribe skill. You've got dark magic, which you can use, and storm calling together, so you get overload, which is great against tanky players. You only need the Nightblade assassination, shadow for the cloak. That's all you want. The assassination skill then isn't too good for a sniper because you're trying to kill people without spec bow. Like, spec bow hits really hard, and yes, you can charge it up, but it normally resets out of combat. There's a bug at the moment where it's not doing that properly, but when they fix that, your spec bow will never be ready when you're going for a gank. So like for me, if you're going for try and snipe people, one hit kill, that kind of stuff, you will have more luck with a sorcerer because they're passive. So you can get the storm calling passives, which are better than the assassination ones for like trying to kill people. And then you also have access to obviously overload as well. Okay, so there's lots of reds here. I want to ride through. Oh, no. Yeah, I managed to get through. Hill beam, look, someone's using the hill beam. Beam, 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 beam. This is just quite fun. Just doing this is actually really effective. Go for an immobilizer now. Oh, no. Go for an immobilizer them. Have a beam. Beam, 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 beam. There, I love it. The beam's so good. Like, it's fun to use. I don't... Two people beating up him. Oh, look at that person managed to sink that on that person there. Got done. There, he's dead. Hey! I need to go get some healing going because I'm going to die. Yeah, there's a little group up there, so I'm going to pop up here. I've gone from one group to another. Let's pop this way. Because I don't actually have much mag to heal. Oh, I went for the bear got me. The bear's so good. 15k with the bear. Oh, the 2 dots though. Look at that. It's 12k. We are so close to camp. We'll ride over. Jack was saying, what's the population like on Xbox? PlayStation has been crazy. So many people. This is on PC. So I'm on PC EU. I just use a controller. I've been on PC for about 4 or 5 years now. Xbox, I can't really comment on like, massively, Jack. But the campaign seems like there's lots of people here. And like, when I do like battlegrounds, normally it's about it's less than a minute wait. So if I'm trying to do a battleground, I can get in within a minute typically. Dungeons are very similar as well. Like if you're a tank, you get in instantly in almost every single time. If you're a healer, you get in within like a minute or 2. And a damage dealer is typically probably about 5 minutes. Lucas says, did you test werewolf build on stream? I've been doing it off stream, I have. So I've been doing some stuff in BGs. It's not, I don't have the skill morph, infectious claws, so claws of life. But the damage wise, the bleed is disgusting. Like when you hit people, and I was fighting some good players, as soon as I got the 3 or 4 dots on them, they were having to then reposition and kite because the damage per second was really high, just with light attack spam. Yeah, and it's good. I was quite happy with it. What was your in-game name, Lucas? I don't think it's not finished though. I need to get the claws of life because I have no heal over time. So I'm literally spamming the burst still like a numpty, trying to get my health back because I can't actually heal any other way. Brisky. I might have the BG. I was recording the BGs because what I do is I check to kind of see, well, what was I lacking? Was I lacking sustain or was I lacking defense? I felt a little squishy in all honesty, especially against dots. Dots were like disgusting. They really hurt. There's a yellow. See the elusive chaff killer. Chaff killer and co. Yeah, I'll have a little look, I will. And then... He ran away. He ran away. Oh, there's reds up here. I thought we owned the tower. That's why I left. We'll pop up here, we will. And what do you think of it, Lucas? Obviously, you fought the werewolf, so... Be curious to see what you thought. Yeah, have some healing, mate. Don't die, don't die. Destro ult. There you go. I think the damage on the werewolf was about 8,000 weapon damage, by the way. It was like stupid. It had a lot of damage. Just I wanted more healing. Let's have a look. There's nobody else. Oh, there's some reds down there. And we'll pop down. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Dead. Yeah, that felt a bit mean, that did. As soon as someone starts like hitting you with the cleave and a spamming the sort of AoE skills, you know they're not like built for 1v1s. He's dead. Watch this. Watch it. Look at this. Oh, he got me with the Northern Storm. But he's dead though. Go for the stun. No. I use some bow dot build. Yeah, someone had really nasty poison dots. That might have been you. The poison dots were disgusting. It was Savara Scales and Sheer Venom. And yes, Savara Scales and Sheer Venom against a werewolf is horrible. Like, it's so much damage per second. If you bear with me, I've got all my little recordings. I'll see if I can find it quick. Yeah, that was you. Yeah, that was very helpful, I'm not going to lie. Without the heal over time, it was just really, really brutal. Let me have a look at the end. So it wasn't that much. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, that was 84. You had it was 84,845k damage. You did. In that match, I had 1 million damage on the werewolf with 8 to 8. I said I was recording it because I always like do it just to see where we're at. Let's go to Nickel. Let's go down here. I'll put a poll up to see if you want us to switch class. But yeah, the werewolf will be some I'm still working on. The skill lines I think are really good. I think we've got the best skill lines for what we can have on a werewolf. I don't, without having that skill more for that heal over time, it's really hard to tell. Because I have no passive healing. It's literally burst heal or nothing. Which is really hard. Yeah, I'll put a poll up. What class next? Oh, I want to put Necro on there as well. I really like Necro. That was really fun. I don't know if you saw in the little footage. I was using a dot Necro in this mode, and it's really good. Like, dots are disgusting if you stack them. Yeah, the bow build you had there was nice. The Sheer Venom is really good with Savaras. If you can put on Celestrix as well, it's even funnier because you get the constant stun, and it means they just have to keep moving. And Celestrix is quite good for that kind of dot playstyle. Because you just drain their stamina, so it's easier to then land like spec bow and stuff on them from range. I don't see any yellows, but that means very little until we see them. Oh, I found one. Well, that's some lag there, wasn't it? There's a group coming, so I'm come this way to see if I can pull him by himself. Yeah. So you can see, like, it's clearly in the beam, and it's just, it misses so much. It's so annoying. It, like, literally, I did no hits on the beam there. That's the only problem with the beam. It misses so much. The same as thinking Dragon Knight. I'm actually, I'm not going to lie, I'm actually feeling DK as well. I quite liked the DK when I was playing it. Like, the dot playstyle was quite fun. Because the dots on this mode, like, hit like a truck. So you put 2 or 3 on somebody, and you hit them with a leap and a whip. It's like, whoof, bye-bye. It was really, really cool. It was just lagging loads when I was doing it, so this feels a bit better to try tonight. Oh, Chavkiller. He's on a Nightblade. We're going to be here for quite a while, aren't we, with him? Yeah, this is literally going to take ages. This is actually, look at the healing. This is ridiculous. Like, in a 1v1, I could literally stand there and spam heals. Figure's like ridiculously obeyed. Like, I don't have enough damage to kill him. Well, as soon as you got the 2 on you, it's just really, really healing. I'm going to switch to DK. I kept getting interrupted with the beam. But you can see, like, 1v1, it's just really hard to get a kill. Sam says you should play DK next. DK's really good. You played in BGs with 90 ping, and it went brrr. When I die next, I'll switch over. Oh, there he is. Let's fight him by himself. He's dead. Watch this. Oh. Is that guy at the back? You can see the guy at the back foot chucking them heals. Let's move away from guards. We'll go with that person up there. Is that the person with the bow? Let's go over there. We'll go for a teleport over here. Yeah, without the... I reckon we could have those. They spawn back. I'll go back. I reckon I could have them, though. I'm going to put on another dot. I think the dots are the way to go in this mode. I really, really do. Let's go destruction staff. So you've got that there. I'm not really using the armor buff, so I'm going to put this here. Oh, with it. Wrong way. Wrong way. I'm going to put this one... We're going to put that... I'll probably swap that there. No, that gives me I'll move my teleport. And then we need the... Because this gives us vulnerability. Oh no, I can put this in the back bar, that's fine. Let me do that then. Destruction staff, let me chuck this here. Because the armor buff I don't think is really worth it, is it, to be honest? And then we'll put on our teleport once more. So it's easy to get distracted, as you can see. Okay. Because I reckon the two dots are going to be more useful. That's undead. Yeah, the dots are nasty. That's him dead. Yeah, dots are the way to go. It really, really feels like it. Merc says, we caught another Vengeance stream. What class you plan to try? This is the Arc. Arcanist is great. I really like Arcanist. If you put on two dots like this, if you look at the damage, I'm just going to... If you look at the DPS, do you see it? The dots are awesome. Oh, that's him blew up quick. Yeah, I like the Arc. The Arc's quite fun. I do hope they put the beam change for PvP. Like, being able to hit in the first second really hard is nice, rather than it always miss all the time. At least you get something out of this. I wonder if we've got any other ranged dots we can just stack, because they just seem like the way to go. But I'm going to switch to DK when I die next, and then whatever the poll says, because DK is a class I kind of neglect a bit, honest, like in all honesty. So having something like DK would be quite nice to show off, because it's quite a fun class, especially in this mode. So we're going to move around yonder and see what's happening at Nickel. That's him dead. That's him dead. Ah, they're both dead. Love it. Yeah, the extra dots way better. Merc says I might have to kick my Fallout hyperfocus to come back to try that. I remember getting my rear end kicked hard by a few arcs when they were playing the other day. The Arcanist is really good. Like this mode, Arc's good. It can be interrupted. So like against a really good player who will interrupt you, it's not great. But against average players, it's solid. And that's kind of all you can ask for really in a class. Good players will be good players. Oh, he ran away. The one thing I like with the arc with this mode as well is you can just beam and like you can get rid of the guards really quick in a group. Just make sure you heal, because if you don't heal yourself, you can get yourself in trouble. But like this mode feels like the arc feels like how it should play, in my opinion. Like compared to like the normal life, because this you actually can use the beam and stuff. Trying to hit with the flame, but I can't. Can I get the room on him? No, it's too far away. He's too far away. Trying to get the dots on him. They don't go that far, sadly. We'll just wait for this door to open, and when we die, we'll switch to DK. I've said that before, but I actually do mean it this time. It's that door, and this is going to be a bit slow, isn't it? I might actually get some siege out. Look at this. I never do siege, by the way. So, let me stand here so that we can have the ram too. Like normally you can like do 3 or 4 siege by yourself if you're quite good at it. There's literally like nobody around. This is like really unusual. Now, do we stay here or do we ride down and anticipate the people coming back? He even tried the Destro ult on us. We're still waiting for this like open up. I feel like there'll be some yellows coming in shortly. We're just gonna go straight to the back and go get the guy. It's literally like who can get the guy first. Go Arcanist, go! Dead. He died well fast. Yeah, let's switch character. Jordan says, Animal Companions, Adric Spear, and Assassin. Better than Adric Spear together or setup? It comes down to what you're trying to do, which I know that probably isn't the answer you want. So if you're trying to play like a typical brawler build, Animal Companions gives you sustain, it gives you movement skill, it gives you access to cleanse, it gives you a damage buff, it gives you snare immunity. So it's a very good like just skill line generally for just movement and just general use. Plus you got Deep Fissure for pen if you want to use that. So you've got some really good skills there. The passives are also great, 20% sustain. But then if you look at Assassination, you get Merciless Resolve, which is way better. He's running. Don't know if we can catch him. Come on, get my little mount. So I personally probably drop Adric Spear, in all honesty. I don't think that's the one you want. Right. Put on these 2 dots on him. Yeah, the dots is disgusting. So for me personally, you need like a defense line. You don't have anything that gives you your armor buff unless you use Hurricane or Boundless, the Bound Lightning. That's a lightning form. So you could do that. I don't think Adric Spear gives you enough. So me personally, I'd probably drop that for Assassination and use like Hurricane for your armor buff. You will have to use the Scribing for your burst heal, because you won't have a burst heal with any of those. Right, we're going to switch because we've captured that now. We're going to go on the Dragon Knight. And then I've let Same know it's going to be Dragonite time. You saw that the dots are very, very nasty. Very, very nasty. I don't know if you've seen the video, Jordan, on the channel, which is like how to build using subclassing. And I've deliberately made it like a simplistic approach. But it works for like every character. So like if you don't have your burst skill in there, or your burst heal, or your heal over time, and like you have those gaps missing, you are going to find it hard. And I just think with the 3 skill lines you've chosen, you don't have any burst heal in that. So unless you've got Scribing to fix that, or you use a Restoration Staff for Blessing of Protection, you're kind of out of luck there. We're on the DK, so it's the one that I've shown before. Let me put the weapons back on, so we had an Inferno. And on the back bar, we just run whatever we wanted, really. Just gonna go Restoration Staff. So the DK does not have a movement skill. So what I found when I was playing it was basically don't sprint. And it sounds really stupid, but when I was sprinting, I died way more. When I stopped sprinting, I stayed alive. Which, kind of a useful thing. Oh, there's a scroll, big fight there. Let's go there. So the DK is your obviously typical like dot style class, as you would expect. The kind of combo that you're trying to do is stack the dots into the stun, leap, whip, and obviously that hits very, very, very hard. It's friendly. Now you see somebody on the horse, you're like, is that one of ours? Is it one of theirs? We're gonna hop on over to where the scroll is at. Do I have leap ready? I'm going to just attack this werewolf quickly. You got those 2 like nasty dots. Let me put those on somebody. They are horrible. I also explained in the video that we use the destructive touch rather than the actual DK dots because I think it's better. The damage over time is more useful than the initial hit. And it's also cheaper, so that's good. We're going with Arian. And then I'll pick from the poll whatever's the most popular in say 15-20 minutes. So if you want to see like Nightblade or Sorcerer or Warden, obviously pick one of those. DK is obviously off the list because I'm on a DK at the moment. And yeah. Hey, we got the tick for this. We literally just walked over. Okay, so what's happening over yonder? I feel like there's going to be a lot, because there's that scroll, there'll be a lot of people. Yeah, we found the yellows. And the reds. Keep going with the healing. Keep going with the healing. It will spam for the win. Need to get to a tree. Need to get to a tree. Oh! So many there. Wings are very useful for this mode. I was hoping it's going to come round. Yeah, we have to just be really mindful of that stand pool. Ah, got hit with so many yellows. Yeah, that radiant 19k. Someone hit me really low and it just said pop. Hey, what's camp? Let's use that. I don't have any quick slots. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can pull some people more to the side. Because it'd be good to get some 1v1s. That's always nice. It's just when there's so many people, it's hard to pill. There's a small yellow group. You can tell with how they're moving. Yeah, so the dots, you can see them, that dot pressure really adds up quite quickly. I want to move around the side and see if we can get anybody who might be around here. Now they've left. Let's get on our mount quick and try to hit with siege up there. But you can see that that's that 3k damage at 4,000. Okay, so there's lots of yellows here. Right, we got rid of that one. Let's get our wings up. That's him dead. Oh, nice. Let's pop down yonder. I'm just going to push around here quickly. Keep my heals going. That's one dead. He's running off to his group, isn't he? No! They've got the reds coming for me now. Oh, what a terrible time to get stunned. They got me. There's so many reds. Oh. So we killed that first guy really, really well. And then the second one came and got us. Oh, look at him. Oh, what a man. What a man. I hope he's doing that. It doesn't look like he's doing it. Oh, he is. Good old Tim. Tim the Fat Man. Love it. What a name. Let's pop up here. See quite a few reds. Some yellows down here too. Oh, freaking chains. Someone's just spamming chains at me, literally. Chain spam is horrible. Literally. I don't know who was in the chains. Don't know which person it was, but someone just spamming chains. And because I didn't have a movement skill, I couldn't actually get away. I've got 20 seconds before we can respawn. So we'll wait there. It's so close, so close. Be good if we can use it. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, it didn't have much left, did it? Oh. See some people fighting up there. What's happening up here? Let's have a look. Oh, no, he killed. Yeah, he got the kill. Fair play. Oh, I found all the reds. Yeah, there's a lot of reds down there, up there. So I'm being a bit tactful because if I pull into a big group by myself, I'm gonna die. Like, you do not have the mitigation or the speed on a DK to get away, as you saw with the chain spam. So come down here, no, it's not. Loads of you. Look at them. Look how many there are. Okay, we're just gonna casually walk down here and see if one of them might come and find us. There's a yellow down here. We'll go for him. That's him dead. See, the burst. That's what I was talking about. When you get the dots on them, leap into stun, whip, whip. Whoa, it's nice damage. The problem is you need leap. Are there any of ours? No, there's so many. See, if I go there, I'm going to get chained in. I can see it happening already, and I'm going to die. But I'm being tactful. I'm not like putting myself in stupid positions. Yeah, see all those yellows coming up here. Oh, that's horrible fear, that was. Right, there's one dead though. Oh no, it got me through the trees. It got me through the trees. I don't know if literally you could see that Jagu over there just spamming beam like there's no tomorrow, same with Mad Max. And then they're just using chains. We've got 3 people doing beams and you get hit with a chain, you're dead. That was very, very unfortunate. We will respawn, I think, in a moment. And then maybe we'll go down to Nickel. Bit of a fight there. Whilst we do that, I'm just going to quickly grab a drink and stuff, so I'll be a couple minutes. I will put something on screen though whilst I'm gone, so there's not like nothing there, okay? Let me just pick something. Here's a little montage of the sniper video that I've just put out today, so you can enjoy that whilst I'm gone, okay? Okay, apologies for that. I just needed to get a drink and stuff. Yeah, so we've been on the DK for a little while. Next life we'll switch over. It looks like Nightblade is like the next one, so we'll hop onto a Nightblade after, which in my opinion is one of the better like 1vx classes. It's very, very good. Okay, so we're riding down towards nickel. It's gone blue now. Is it always blue? I don't think it was always blue, was it? We'll ride down and then we might have to go elsewhere, but when we die next we'll switch. I'll change the poll, and I'm just curious to see what do you guys think of the actual campaign. Bear with me. Okay, there's a poll up about the campaign. What do you think about it? The options are: I love it, I like it, it's meh, or the final one is it's terrible, I miss my procs. So I'm curious to see what do you think of the campaign. Do you like this mode or not? I know it's very, very different. I know console can now access it, which is awesome. We will go to a Nightblade next. Yeah, this has gone yellow, so maybe because of fights. Or not. Try to get those dots on that yellow person up the back. Just get my buffs on. The yellow's pushing out. Oh, no, I don't walk into oil. It wasn't pushed down here. Is he coming down? Come on, over you come. I don't bite, honest. Yeah, lots of them there. Some more wings up. Wings are so good for this mode. That 50% damage reduction at ranges. Woo! Oh, I hit the wrong person. Ah! So many people. Look at me, overloads, right? Overload. Literally. We're going to switch, okay? So we did say when we die next, we'll switch. I'm going to go on the Nightblade, as that was what people were after. And then if you have a preference about the kind of class, and put in the chat. Merc Bambi was saying, their buddy and I have been loving it so far. We used to PvP heavy before proc sets got too ridiculous in Cyrodiil. It's a lot more refreshing now to be able to stand some kind of chance. I think what I found like really interesting is trying to 1vx and solo. It's incredibly hard. Like, it's not impossible. I've got a few clips in the build video where I was like showing different specs, like where I was killing 3 or 4 people on a necro, which is not an easy feat. And on the Arcanist killing a couple of people there, but I think as you note, it's much more balanced. Like, it comes down to skill. There's a few kind of classes where there are like clear rock, paper, scissors. So like if you're in a ward and you're using slabs against a Nightblade who's using range, you can't really do much as a Nightblade because they've got basically immune to your damage. If you're fighting a DK who's got wings up, can't really do much against that because it's a huge damage reduction. So like my thinking is that I like that kind of playstyle where it's like you can't just be good at everything. And I think Proc says at the moment, no, you can be good at everything, in all honesty. So I'm kind of in the camp of this is quite a good change. Like it needs like further refinement. They need to add some kind of choice. Now whether that is subclassing, I don't think so personally. I think maybe some morphs. Maybe like werewolf, vampire, like what they can do about those. Because werewolf is quite a like light play style. But I think what they're trying to do here is got some merits, and I think maybe if they build upon it further, it could be better. And no matter, Overload Sulk is the way to go. 100%. Overload Sulk's great. I'll try and... Oh, it's Chavkula, okay. Yeah, we're going to leave him over there. I've ordered my bow on anyway. Let me go switch to my bow. Because I actually preferred that. Where's my bow? I preferred the snipe. Yeah, there you go. No, I had poison injection, wasn't it? Poison arrow, that was pretty decent. Then that I had the dot there. Yeah, so this was the build I ran before. Love the dot damage. I think he's gonna get some kills. Oh, I found him. Oh, they hit me with a spear. Someone hit me with a spear. The spear was nasty. The javelin got me. Bambi said, oh yeah, 1vx hasn't been easy, but with our Warden Healer and Templar combo, still a decent chance in a small group. And that's what I like. I like the... It's much more skill. Some classes are much easier to 1vx because you've got burst. Nightblade has a high burst. Sulk has high burst. They're very, very easy to do it on compared to everything else. No, you've got spec bow with soul tether, so you can do like snipe, soul tether, spec bow, and it all lands at once. And it stuns them, and you've got an execute that you can do straight after. So like that hits very, very hard. That looks like a lot of yellows about to run through. So I'm going to go up here, see if we can pull one or two to the side. That's one of ours. He's literally... he ran off. Ran off. No need for that. I do think healers are quite good though for this. He's just staying there, isn't he? Hello. We're gonna go and... Yeah. When there's 4 people running around in the pack, you know they are looking to get a kill. So you can see like the burst on the guy was really hard. I got him with the stun though. In a group, it's like so much easier in a group. I saw quite a few people like make gameplay and stuff, which is awesome to see. But when you run in a duo, it's much easier because that cross healing and that like ability to take the heat from the other player, day and night, absolutely day and night. Like, running by yourself when you get 7 people chase you is really, really hard. It's good fun. Let's see if we can get... Oh, no, he's one of ours. He's not, though. Let me just get some movement going. Get my heals going. Heal, please. That'd be nice if I can. Got so much magicka. So you can see he doesn't have enough sustained damage, does he? My spec bow didn't fire. Why did my spec bow not fire? Let's get our house back. I went to go for my spec bow, you saw it as well. Get the hills going. Get by the hills going. I'm just waiting for my soul tethers to charge. Ah, that's a burst combo. I love it. That was good. So you see, I was waiting for it to charge. Good little fight though. So the snipe into Soul Tether into Spec Bow is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And with the 2 dots on them, very, very nice damage. But that was a good little fight though, that was. Oh, it's Chaff Killer. We'll see if we can find anybody else. That guy had a really big shield, didn't he? Lucas says, what can I use for meditation as... You don't want to level up the Sigic line. There really isn't an option. The only kind of work around, and it's going to hurt your damage, is siphoning strikes. So you'll need to be a Nightblade at this point. So you have to have a Nightblade with Shadow and Siphoning with Dark Magic. Sam says, I need my passives, not my procs. But they're kind of the same thing. But I completely get what you mean. God, that's horrible. Literally, this into this is disgusting. Yeah, so to your question, Lucas, I would personally suggest Nightblade base class with Siphoning Strikes. And then you'll then have the Shadow for the cloak, and then you'd have to go with Dark Magic for the stun from the heavy attack. And that will give you like the best balance of sustain. The advantage of doing this is that you'd get the more instant sustain than if you used, say, Meditate, because Meditate takes a little while, whereas it's like 2-3k stam every second. But beyond that, they're the only skills that give you sustain, like that are decent. So Sigic Order Meditate lets you do it for free because you can just run it on any class. Whereas there's a bit of a trade-off if you go down the Siphoning Strikes version. Try to hit with the dots. Yeah, got the dots on him. Dots are nice in this mode. I need to put my Vigor on B. I keep pushing B to push my Vigor. I don't know if you noticed it in that last fight. When I was fighting the other guy. Why in sneak now? Sweet. Dart Deal is a good choice. The problem with it is it pulls you out of stealth. And so for that reason, I don't really think it's worth it. I think I'm going to run this here. I'm going to put The cripple. Back here. There you go. Yeah, so if you use the Dark Deal, you don't have that flexibility. Yeah. You don't have any class-specific playstyle when I have no passive. I think DK is about dots. So if you're playing this mode, same. DK is all, to me, it's always been that battle of attrition. So when you played as a Dragon Knight, it's always trying to win the war of who holds the ground and can I wear the person down enough to then get the kill. And for that reason, oh, we've got someone to run out again. He's right up here. He died. You take 30 people with the DK ult. Yeah, DK ult was good. That's like the only... DK ult was great. I like Leap, though. I like to try and kill people. No, another yellow. Jav Killer and Co. Yeah, we're gonna leave these guys. Do you think they're gonna kill him? Everyone hits so hard as well. But that's the thing, I like that people hit hard. We've always moaned about the tank meta, but the only way to fix the tank meta is to have more damage. They give you more damage, and now we moan people die quickly. Like for me, I think what I would like ESO to do personally, like moving forward for PvP, is remove the healing from damage. The fact that your healing scales with your damage is the problem. Because if you think of like the Holy Trinity in like MMO design with damage dealer, tank, healer, you can be a damage dealer and a healer on the same class. And so what that means is people then become innately tanky because they just run extra heals on damage dealers, so they don't die. And at that point you get this kind of weird like power dynamic where damage dealers can then be healers, and because healers have like increases your survivability, that then makes you kind of like a pseudo tank, which is why people don't die. You run vigor, you run a burst heal, you run a defense set, or you can run 3 damage sets nowadays, and then you can stay alive way longer than you probably should because you can stack so many hots. Like my vigor in this mode here, like look at this. This is 28k, but in a normal PvP mode, this is still round about, you know, 23, 24k. So you put that on with a burst heal at the same time, you're like in a 1v1, you're not going to die, and that's the problem. For me personally. Same says I don't mind dying. I just want my passives and morphs. See, with the passives, I disagree with you on that. Same with the passives. And I did think about this for quite a lot of time. The way in which passives are, like, and please challenge me if I'm wrong on this, is the idea of a passive is that it's a benefit that's always on you. So then what ends up happening is you are punished if you don't have the passive. Your build should have the passive to be at optimal strength. So all you end up doing is punishing people who didn't take the time to farm the passive skill points. And as somebody who works full time and so on, I can tell you I prefer... They're going to die soon. There's too much pressure, you can see it. They've run off, this group's going to leave them. So yeah, someone who doesn't farm the skill points like all of the time, let's go over there. I just feel like if they're going to give you a passive that gives you more sustain, yeah, why not just give your class more sustain? Like that was just an easier solution. Why have this really weird, you need to choose the passive to slot and then the passive has to proc? if the passive is designed to give you extra sustain, just give you more flat recovery. It gives you the same outcome. It also makes it easier to understand as a game. And that's kind of where I am with this. Like with the passive situation is you don't need them. As a Dragon Knight, you should have all your passives. As a Warden, you should have all your passives. There's no reason not to have those things. And if you don't have them, you're at a weakness for somebody who does have them. Which just doesn't seem particularly balanced or fair. And it also takes more effort to get all the skill points. Now, if you've got 3 skill lines, you've got 5 passives at the bottom, you're looking like an extra 20, 30 skill points. Which is a lot of time to farm. And I don't want to do 30 dungeons. Morphs-wise, I agree with you, though. Yeah, same saying it is true, but if there was any way to tone it down to a level and still keep the passive for uniqueness of a class. So, like, what I would personally do is just have in here, yeah? Just one underneath this called class passives, or class, like, you could call it class passives. And all you'd do is tie the passive to the like class theme. So for a Dragon Knight, their theme is all about being tanky, staying in melee. So you could have passives that gives you bonus armor or bonus mitigation, or they give you passives that give you snares. So like all your fire skills, snare, and they could literally just add it onto every skill, so you get the same effect basically. For the Nightblade, they could give you extra critical damage. So as an assassin, you would expect to have more crit damage than other people, and more crit chance. So your passives could be crit damage and crit chance, and that's all you'd need. Oh. Dragon. Yeah, just give them 5 unique things and go, what is the crux of that class? Warden is designed to be like an animal-y plant user that uses ice magic. So you give them passives down that theme. Nightblade is all about your stealth assassin getting away. Sorcerer is about your curses and your high elemental damage. Dragon Knight's about your damage over time and your tankiness. Templar's about your holy healing person. Necro is about your kind of damage over time decay. So like every class has its own theme already. Just build passives around that. And even if they just did 3, just like what is, they went for the, my cat jumped on me, 1 sec, sorry. I went for the kill there. But there's other person jumping in. Where's this Doombeck? No. He's run off. Oh, what a terrible time to get stunned there. Well, something hit me very hard. That was Spec Bow. I think it was the Spec Bow got me. Backlash and Spec Bow landed at once. Look at that. You can see the backlash hit, Spec Bow hit, and then the beam was on me already. That's what did it. I had like full health and I went, poof. Sorry, I was focusing on fighting. Let me go back. Same was saying, if my friend ESO Knights Tingle was here, he'd say to Dan, so Warden's all about Frosty, not animals. I think Warden is about Frost, but they don't want to go that way. It's very clear Zos is like against that. I personally would agree with him. I think Ice Warden sounds awesome. Just make the Deep Fissure ice damage. It's really simple. But yeah, and we're sort of still stuck in that. They're refusing to change that. So he's saying he lost the den when the frosting was there. As I like DK, it's more themed into Frost. I have made an ice build, by the way, just for... I haven't actually made a video on it yet. But every source of damage was ice. So it uses Tentacular Dread as the burst skill, which is ice damage. It then had Chilling Soul, it had Ice Reach, it had Ice Contingency, Ice Comet. So you had a burst skill, you had a burst ult, you had a spammable, you had ice damage over time. And you can then make an ice build like that, which was completely viable, and I was messing around with it on PTS. But that had to use like all three classes. So I used the Arcanist, I used a bit of Warden, and I think I used a bit of Templar as well for Burning Light, just as an extra, like, sustained damage. But you can change it to something else. That was mainly there for like the range stun and the Burning Light passives. Plus all the high crit damage was really nice. That extra 12% crit was pretty good. But yeah, to the conversation at hand, we were talking about the passives and kind of whether they should be added into Vengeance or not, and then like maybe theme them a little bit. Which I think is, you know, I think having some kind of passive will be good. Got Lucario. That's him dead. The sniping Spec Bow hits so hard as a combo, it's horrible. Oh, almost had him there. Is he come around it? He's one off. He's one off. He doesn't want to fight 1v1. Yeah, he's literally... He will not fight, he keeps running off. He keeps running off. I'm not going to fight him by the gods. What does he think I'm doing? I think at the Soul Tether, I'm going to go for the kill. Yeah. We're getting a mount. Can we get to him? It's literally like never a fair fight with him, isn't it? He's literally, he's not coming, he's not coming. Went for the kill. He literally was not fight 1v1, would he? Where was he? We'll pop back and we'll go kill him. Yeah, I'm gonna pop back over there. That's the thing I never get. Like, when you're fighting in this game, if it's a 1v1, just one of you's gonna win, or you just both stop. But he kept coming back to try and fight, and then kept running off. I just don't get that until we had a group. But that's just me personally. You know, you're gonna die. Just accept it. Or if you can't kill each other, just walk off. Like, there's no in the middle. So yeah, we're going to ride on back over, and then I'll probably switch class in a moment, because I've been on this for a little while. And then, yeah, we'll see what's happening. I do think the Soul Tether and Spec Bow combo is lovely on this. So we're moving to Blue Road. And they're probably going to go to Arius, because that's where everybody's going to be going. And then I'll ride kind of towards Arius and see if we can intercept anybody on the way. I don't see anybody running yet, so we'll keep our eyes open. Obviously, Arius is under attack. Ah, there's him dead. See if I get the jump on somebody. Yeah, love it. That means his little group are coming over. If we get back on our amount, we will. So that's 3 people there. There's any more people around here coming? He's a healing, he is. That's him dead. That's him dead. Ah, I love it. You've been playing DK the whole same with the way in Nightblade. Basically playing DK. So I've been playing my DK the same way as the Nightblade. So that Solo says. I think DK using it as a dot build with leap whip's pretty decent. Is that Arcs yet? Anybody else riding up this way? Yep. Found them. There's only one they can run. Let's get some sustain back going. GG. Ah, that was 3 of them dead. Ah, love it, love it, love it, love it. There you go. See, Nightblade's awesome. So my little rock. Let's see what else we can bait. That was those 3 dead. So it says, I'm doing poison injection, snipe, stone fist, leap, stone fist spam, and of course leap. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Dots are really good this mode. Like really, really good. I've got literally this dot nasty. This dot nasty. A part of me is like, should I just drop like something else to get another dot in there? Because I just wonder whether it's just easy just using dots. Like they are so good. But yeah, we had a little 3 kills there. That's pretty decent. I think when I used my DK, what I was doing on my one was the Fire Claw, which is pretty good, like, you know, I forget what it's called, like Burning Talons or something. Fiery Talons. And then I was using the Destructive Touch. So those 2 dots were really nasty when they like stacked together. And then you just hit them with like Petrify, so Fossilize, and Whip or Leap. So what I was often doing was like dot, dot, leap, stun, whip. And that combo there worked very, very well. The Nightblade's got a really cool kit. They've definitely nailed the Nightblade kit for this mode. Someone else has realised dots are like the way to go. I'm waiting for my soul tether, as you probably can work out already, guys. I think my soul tether is pretty much ready, so I'm going to go for the combo in a second. Yeah, this is literally going to be a stalemate, isn't it? That was a good interrupt from there. The only thing I disagree with on Nightblade is stealth heal. Yeah, I think me and him is I don't think I'll be able to kill him, and I don't think he'll be able to kill me. Do the casual good game, because I don't think he'll kill me, and I don't think I can kill him because he's got too much healing, as do I. We'll get low, and it would just be whoever messes up first. Like, if he didn't want to die, he wouldn't die, and same with me. Valley says, dots are only 3 to 6 seconds. How are you stacking 2 constantly enough? The ones we have are like 5 seconds. Come back! Oh, he's come back, he's come back. Oh, there's a different person. Watch this, go, go, go. I went to go for the kill there. He's going for it. Give him that. They don't respect the 1v1. I stopped. I wasn't being harsh. He's an guy, isn't he? Oh no, he's treated away. Yeah, so Veli is asking, how do I stack 2? The dots we're using here, this has a 5-second duration and this has a 5-second duration. So when you go dot 1, then dot 2, dot 1 has 4 seconds and the other one still has 5. So then for that next 4 seconds, you've got 2 dots ticking at once, which is obviously really, really good damage, as you've seen, like in the gameplay. Oh, hello. Hello, my friend. You've come to say hi. Yeah, he died very, very fast. He was reliant on his wings, he was trying to stay alive. Sodo says the only thing I disagree with, they read that already about the Nightblade healing with Cloak. Yeah, I do think it's pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. Dead. That was a nice burst there. The bow combo, I know you can interrupt it, but it hits very, very hard. Very, very hard. The cleanse is very, very expensive. We'll go for the kill here. Dead. See? Awesome, innit? Absolutely love it. That's the difference with like a skill though. You can see I went for my combo much cleaner than he did and I killed him. John says, is 70k the new meta? No, is the answer. This is a test campaign called Vengeance. That to be fair, that bonk hit me a lot harder than I thought. That was a very, very good burst combo. That did catch me by surprise, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, the cam's under attack. Yeah, that bonk is very good. It's a good burst ult. The Wall of Frost hit very hard too. Can I use it? No, no, no. That's why I don't. That's 2H is why I don't play anymore. So yeah, in this mode, John, what they've done is they've given everybody a flat set of stats. So everybody's health is exactly like 70k, but there's no battle spirit. So what that means is everything you see on the tooltip is what you do. So this does 10,000 damage to somebody's health. This does 20k almost. This does 20k nearly. So like these combined is 36,000, almost 37 combined to somebody's health. So if you did, you know, Soul Tether Spec Bow into Assassin's Blade, and you have some dots ticking, you can do like 30 to 50,000 damage in a second. Grim said, did they fix the lag? Yes. In this mode, it is way more performant. It's also like, if you're somebody who has a full-time job or a family, I think this is the mode for you, because you can jump in, all of the stuff's like standardized. So all your stats are standardized. Your skills are like customizable. You can pick which options you use and what things you put in your build. But you don't have to farm sets. You don't have to farm skill points. It just, you know, pick up and go basically. Jump on a class, pick the skills you want to use, and just play the game. And so it's much more accessible. Yeah, John was saying you can mix and match skills. That's on the normal mode. This is like a test mode at the moment. So on the normal mode, you can access subclass and you can pick 3 skill lines, which you can make some pretty cool stuff, I'm not going to lie. The sniper had a massive upgrade because of that. So now we have a ranged stun, we have more delayed burst, we have access to overload. It's stupidly good. Grim says, do you think stage 3 vengeance testing will add subclassing? I'm going to say no. My feeling is that they're going to advertise this as they're calling it Cyrodiil Legends is the name of the when this releases, and I'm kind of assuming it's going to be like classic ESO. If you want these large kind of scale fights back in the day with that nostalgia of like hitting hard, it wasn't about your sets. It wasn't about, you know, it was just down to player skill, down to group size. Let me just get away from these guys quickly. I want to go for the kill there. Oh, I got the kill and then all the others got me. The dots are nasty. Dots are really, really good. Yeah, so I don't think they're going to add subclass into this mode. My feeling is they will probably leave this as it is, but add in maybe some more weld skills, so some soul magic. They might add in, because you've got weapon skills, you've got class skills, you've got alliance and support skills. You're missing your weld skills, like your soul magic, your vampire, your werewolf. So I would imagine they'll probably add those, but then allow people to pick vampirism or werewolf, with the vampire giving sneak, be able to move and sneak for free, or something like that, for example. And werewolf giving you the transformation with different skills. And I think they'll probably stop there. I can't see them adding many sets. I can't see them adding many morphs, because they've got the game working where it doesn't lag anymore. The content is down to skill. In a 1v1, it's basically who is better. And as soon as you add in subclassing into that mix, like literally everybody would run assassination, because that is the best burst skill line in this mode. Hey. Okay. Everybody would run assassination. Then people would probably run shadow, and then run like storm calling, and they will be the best skill lines. And I think we've got Zerg incoming. We're going to sneak. Sneaky. Yeah, so everybody would just run the same stuff. The reason subclassing kind of works, I'm going to get on the mountain, I'm going to have fun. The reason subclassing kind of works is because you have morphs and you've got choices. When you don't have access to morphs and choices, it just comes down to what's the best skill line. Like at this moment in time, with subclasses, you can argue, well, animal companions are good because you've got sustain, you've got deep fisher, you've got scorch, you've got the dot, you've got bird of prey or deceptive predator. So you've got different choices with that. But when there's only 5 skills with no choices, it's just going to come down to, this is the best burst skill, this is a really good spammable, this is a great ult. And then people will just run to the same skill lines. I said there was a Zerg, we haven't seen him. We'll go back to our keep. And I also think, as you were saying, Grim, that it's the calculations. The skill with the weapon skills, you have like different pools. So I've got stam, magic, health, magic, stam, health, and magic. So I've got a mix. Hey, you're right, Sean. Hey, you love the channel. Yeah, cheers for that. And I think what's nice, Grim, with the assault ones is it gives you the heal. Lots of class lacked this heal. And then with the weapon ones, it gives you the dots that you needed to help kill tankier players. Look, let me do this now. I'm going to do this. We're going to bow and destruction staff. Because the dots are stupidly good in this mode. Like, stupidly good. I don't think we need the execute. So I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to run 3 dots. And I reckon we're going to find it easy to kill people. Because the execute is pretty, pardon my language, pretty shit. Like, people, when they're that low health, they're going to die anyway. And I think the 3 dots will have more impact in keeping them low to kill them. The cleanse is very expensive. Betty doesn't cleanse. It's only Templar that cleanses. And then what's nice is the dots tick every second. And because the dot damage is true damage, so this is like what you see. So 14,000 over 5 seconds, yeah? That's about 3,000 damage a second. Yeah? You had this 9k. You're looking 2,000, yeah? So that's 5,000 damage just stacking these, yeah? Stack this as well. That's now, almost another 3k as well. You're now looking 8,000 damage every second. Plus your spammable. Now 10k, that's 17,000 damage every second plus light attacks. 20k damage a second with a burst hit or something on that. Horrible. So we're going to try this person here, actually. Come back, young. On, he's going. I don't think... See, if I get off my mount, I don't think I'll be able to get damage on him. No. So we can see, look, the dot's ticking there. So I'm putting the 3 dots now on him. So he's got the 3 dots he has. Again, he's got 3 dots on him again. You can look at his health bar going down. Come back. Flash. Yeah. I'd love to be able to go, bro. I'm going to try and get some distance going. Get my sustain going. Oh, the bear's nasty. They're going to be fossilized. But you can see the dots on his health. Look at that. They did like a third of his health. I think dots are the way to go. Valley says, I think they lowered the skill ceiling. I run solo and you're not killing a decent duo, let alone a good solo. You can still pick through well, see, I thought solo players 1v1, there's just too much healing. Like 1v1, it's a stalemate most of the time, or it's whoever messes up first. Where did that little group go back? Where are they? I think that too, like Veli's obviously saying no good fights get finished. I think that happens on live still though. Like in a good players fighting, they don't die. Yeah, I was hoping we would have found them. So like when people are running Rallying Cry, Rage Vitality, Marcelot for example, on a dot build, or they're running like Rallying Cry, Essence Thief. All of those things just make it a bit like, Like this is stale, and then what ends up happening is people just don't die. Because good players will just stop attacking and heal. And that's what happens in this mode. It's the same thing. And a good duo, yes, you can catch them up, but you probably need a larger group or better to like coordinate your burst, which, there's a bit more skill in that. Look at that little double back. I managed to get away there, didn't I? I got feared. Terrible time to get feared. Terrible time to get feared. Terrible time to get feared. Against like loads of people, we can see it's rough. It's good fun though. Grim saying, is there no mythics? Not in this mode. All item sets are disabled. Like none of this stuff works. My hope is they get to a point where they have like choices with sets, or at least stats. Or two of these. My health bar is going to drop in a moment. Watch this. 6k. There you go. Look at that. Absolutely disgusting. I'm putting the dots on him. Look at the dot damage, look. He's dead. He's running for it. He's running. Yeah. You can see the damage there. The damage is nasty with the dots. Absolutely nasty. So I was watching to see how much the dots did to his shield. Like you can tell when you've got somebody low and they're gonna die. Let's see if we can pull some more people back from over here. But yeah, 3 dots, horrible. I wonder if we can get 4 on there. Big group there, loads and loads of reds. Do. I went to go for the ult on him. Ah! This is his mate at the back. That endless fury managed to hit me. Seems like, look who's here. Grim's Forge. Grim's been saying, I've had a handful of people tell me to come to test Vengeance. Vengeance is great. Like, if you like classic ESO and you like sets not being the reason you die, this is the place for you. Because like every time I've died, it's because I've either been just zerged. That's going to happen. There's not much you can do about that. Or it's because I made a mistake. And I'm okay with both options. Like, whereas sometimes you play the game and you die and you've got like Master Lock on your death sheet doing like 8,000 damage, Wrath of Elements doing like 3,000, and then you just got loads of procs. Do you have a class, Grim, that you normally like to play? Because I do think sometimes the class does make a big impact. I used to spend most of your time in no CP, no proc. Yeah, I used to love that. That was always like the mode where it just felt... And it's partly why I like Battlegrounds, because you don't have the CP carrying your sustain. You don't have the extra mitigation from CP. And then on top of that, you also have more varied fights and they're just quicker to get into. Run, man, run, 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 look at him run. He's got a... There's a little red horde. The horde is coming. I'm gonna wait over here. Yeah, see, he's gonna die. Leave me alone, people. The dot's gonna get him anyway. Look at this. Bash. A new BG's new BGs are way back. Your BGs are great. I know people hate it and they're like, oh, it's a. But in Cyrodiil, people are just too tanky and it takes way too long. I've got a full-time job. I've got a family. I don't want to spend like 10, 15 minutes trying to fight one person. Yeah, have one of these. There you go. Oh, you want some too? There you go. You can have this too. Ah, the dots are disgusting. Yeah, I think 3-team BG would be nice, but I like the 8v8s. So if they had like 8v8v8, perfect. I like the more players in there because it's more varied. That's just bloody annoying. Look at that. Ooh, let's move away. Try and get some healing going. Ah, there's so many on there. So many. That terrible person, you're welcome to report it for teabagging if you want. I don't care. Oh yeah, when people spawn camps, it is pretty depressing. Oh, lots of people here. I was focusing too much getting the dots on them. You can see the dots though. The dots are nasty. I think a dot builder could be quite fun. Let's switch it up, I think. I'm going to go Necromancer. I quite enjoyed that. So we're going to switch to the Necro. But no, I think this is like the whole premise of being able to like just determine who's decent. And like if you live or if you die, it's because of how you play, not your sets. That's what I like with this mode. Obviously, some classes are a bit easy to, you know, fight outnumbered with, for sure. But I just like that kind of play style that you have that, like, if you die, it's your fault. It's not because their sets didn't work, or it's not because you killed somebody because you've got an extra proc that happened to get the kill. So that's just me personally. Grim was saying that at least the third team could get you out of the game if one team insisted on spawn camping. Yeah, there's a bit of truth to that, to be fair. You also have to play with the same team against... Yeah, when you have the same teams again and again, it's a bit like... And for this one, we're using this dot here. Nasty, nasty dot. Nasty, nasty dot. And this was pretty good. This is... The Necro was actually pretty decent. Slow. But... Yeah, I can see my own little health bar at the top. That's weird. Do you normally see your own health bar at the top, or am I just being mad? Look, look. Like at the top of the screen. You know, like when you see the other players? It's gone now. That was weird. Yeah, I've never had that before. Is that on this Necro, again, we're doing like a kind of dot focus spec because that's what the Necro is kind of good for. It hasn't got any burst skills, so you're basically really relying on just damage over time, people. Oh, it's because you're walking over, because you're walking world boss. It does feel like that sometimes when you're like, with this much health, you're looking going, this doesn't feel right. But then I have to keep telling myself there's no battle spirit, so that is right. Most people run 30,000, 35,000 health, so if you just double that, 70, so I kind of get it. Okay, that's going to stop. So we're going to go down to there instead. Same as I found it humiliating, really. We won, we had 0 death, but it's bad, no competition. Yeah, you need to find that balance. There has to be a balance between it feels challenging, but rewarding. Yeah, Grim's asking, do they hit for true damage? The answer is yes. So what they've done, I think this is an elegant solution to Battle Spirit, is they've got rid of it. And they've just increased your health. Because all Battle Spirit does is it lowers healing by 50%, because it'll be too strong otherwise if you have half health. So rather than having to lower your health by half, and lower your healing by half, and lower your damage by half, why not just give you double the health to get the same effect? It's simpler to understand, because you go, okay, oh, my skill, this will do 17,000 damage roughly, whereas on live, we would normally have to go, well, this is halved, then it's reduced by armor, and then it's reduced by percent mitigation, and then some other, random thing, there might be a Capricorn, and there might be a Libra, and they're going to get an extra 3% mitigation there. You don't know. Whereas this is just simple. You go, this is going to do about 17,000 damage. This will do about 11,000 damage. It kind of makes sense. And when you look at your heals, you go, oh, this is a 15k heal. Look, push it, 15,000 heal. It's simple. It makes sense. I got to file. That's went down a bit. And then you don't have the weird interactions with percent buffs, reducing mitigation or healing respectively, and it gets even more confusing. Because you'd have the whole, well, yes, they had a 15k heal, but they got a 50% heal penalty, then they got an 8% mending buff, and then they got a defile debuff on them again. So it just makes it really complicated, whereas this is simple. It's exactly the same, it's just a simpler way of doing it. And it's less laggy, so I prefer this. And lots of reds. The reds are in force here, aren't they? Come back! Come back! Come back! No! They've left us! Yeah. Always trying to find the end of the Zerg is never a wise thing, but we're a bit risky. Oh, there's someone down there. Defile decreased heal, maybe they should remove other class. He's running for it, he's going. Ah, look at the burst! Ah, he killed him! Killed him on the Necro. Love it. The Necro has so much heal over time, it's actually awesome. He's dead. Ah, I got him. That's another one. There you go. The dot damage, awesome. The Necro, pretty good in this mode. I love it. It feels so cool. Sorry, I'm really just geeking out over Necro. Having a Necro that can kill people is actually really, really unusual. Especially a Magicka Necro. Oh, he's friendly. Oh, I see some. Are they friendly over there too? Yeah, okay, we'll leave those there. Grim said, have I tried a health steal build on a dot build? Do you mean on live or on this? Like in this mode, there isn't many health steal skills. You've got the scythe and that's about it. And the scythe is, all the skills are like slightly tweaked. So it's only kind of done in such a way where you just get the heal and not based on how many people you hit. So normally you can hit like 5 people and get the heal from 5 people, which makes it quite good and outnumbered. You just jump into a group and spam it. Whereas with this one, you kind of can't do that. A bit of a little 2vx over there. Love it. I got him. Love it. With the potions, yeah, you keep it. It's the dot damage, awful. Yeah, the potions are completely free to use, so just spam them by like. Actually, really, really nice. I'll put some dots in them. Try and careful to hit the red dude. He's running away. You can see the dot damage is absolutely horrible to him. What our little heals. He's running away so quick. No minor life steal. Yeah, there's no like minor life steal. Let's go for that person there. Ah, so many heals, so many AoEs. You can see all the dots made. Look at the 3 dots. But dot there, dot there. These dots, nasty. People stack dots on you, it's horrible. And I'm doing that obviously to other people. Do you have the PTS attached to ESO Plus? This is on live, Grim. So if you jump into live right now, you can jump in. You don't need PTS for this. It's also on console as well. And what's nice is when you jump in on any character, it will put you into this template, which means if you're level 1, you'll have access to all of your skills fully leveled. You'll have access to the choices of weapons you can pick from here. And you'll also have access to the like potions and siege and stuff. So it basically just is literally like pick up and go. It's really, really nice. And as I said, like if you have a family or a job or something, and like you can't no life the game, then this is great because you can just jump straight in really fast. And I like the fact that you can make new characters. So if you go, what does an Arcanist feel like in PvP? You can quickly make brand new characters an Arcanist. Just jump in and try it. And go, this is not for me. Whereas normally you can't do that. You have to level it up. You have to get all the gear, get all the skill points. This is just pick up and go. Full damage is brutal though, just be careful. You literally saw like my health bar pretty much went. I don't want, why did he get the guy? I want the ghost. Oh, yeah, same says there's only tri-stat. Yeah, tri-stat, but I think that's fine. The tri-stat doesn't give you any sustain other than like just a chunk of resource. There's no like major endurance or major intellect. But yeah, I'll do a little bit more and I'll probably call it soon because it is almost midnight where I am. But there's been a few like nice skill changes that I'd suggest looking at, Grim. The Arcanist has some really good quality of life features, which I think should be rolled out to the base game. The Warden has a fantastic change to the bear. The bear's actually now like Selene. So when you cast it, it pops up from where you are and it hits the person. So you don't have to have the bear run around and miss all the time. It actually hits. And you can queue it up so you can like cast the bear and then do a spammable. So then the bear hits and a spammable hits at once. Or the bear, spammable and deep fissure, which you can't normally line up. So that's lots of burst. I'll quickly, once I die next, just jump onto the different classes to show some of the key changes. Because there are quite a few good things that I think should be, as I said, in the base game. They just make much more sense from a PvP perspective. Even if they change one of the morphs to have that functionality, it'll be better. What's here? Yellow. Yellow. He's not going to come off, is he? He's running off. Ah, he jumped through it. The dots are nasty. Look at the dots. You can play all the classes with my thematic characters. You can make kind of themed characters, just not as easily because there's obviously less options. So like if you really go, oh, I really want to play a Captain America type thing, yeah, that's probably not what it be for you. Hey, he's come back. I was hoping to walk into it. Oh, my wife's phone has been sent. I'll mute the thing. Sorry about that. If anybody's got like a work alarm or something, they're going to be like, going, what the earth? I love that the Necro is really, really tanky, as you can see. Get my heels going again. Ah! Answers the phone. What? Yeah, sorry. To be fair, I stayed alive and I was doing some good damage to them. So yeah, I think that was pretty decent. The Necro has some really good heal stacks, so it's really tanky, as you can see. I'm gonna put the ult up there. Yeah, the some of the changes I'll go through in a second. Let me get away from these guys. Brian says, "What's the best Schofield?" That always makes me think of Prison Break Schofield. With the poisons in PvP, you typically would use double dot poisons on the front bar, and then on the back bar you would use like they're called escapist poisons. So escapist poisons immobilize the target and give you sustain back. So they're really good for like just staying alive. So you normally have those two, double dot poisons and escapist. Cheers, Grim, and I'll catch you in a bit, my friend. What I'll do before I go is I'm just going to highlight some of the key changes with the classes, because there's a lot of things changed. So starting with the weapon skills, you'll notice I've been using this Firestorm. So this is the Destro ult. It's 85 ultimate, it's dirt cheap, and it has a 2-second charge, but it hits as an instant damage hit, so it's a burst skill now, which is fantastic. So that's what I've been using to burst those people when I hit the dots on them. Big dot, and then cast this and then spam the Flame Skull. This is obviously hitting really hard with these dots ticking behind them, and when this hits, it's huge amounts of damage at once. So like that's a massive change, because this is not normally like this. And it's also really, really, really cheap. Like, I can't stress how cheap this is. This is great. So I really like this. That's a great change. There's no morphs yet. For the Necromancer, Blast Bones is just damage buff now, so it doesn't do anything other than just give you bonus damage. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. But yeah. Skull has obviously a higher hit than usual, and it actually hits really hard compared to most ranged skills. So this is very good now. The Boneyard, this is like an AoE skill, so rather than being a dot, you can just spam this as an AoE spammable. So that's AoE spammable. So again, this is no damage over time, it just hits hard in a group. So you can throw this out in groups of people and hit them very, very hard, which is awesome. Mage is a damage over time. So what happens with Mage is when you cast this, it jumps behind them and hits them with a debuff. It never misses. So again, this is a really big change, because this is now a dot that actually hits and sticks to people. Siphon is garbage, so don't use this. This is terrible. The Colossus just hits really hard. It doesn't stun, but it hits very, very hard this time. The Scythe is pretty mid, and these are like kind of similar to how they were. The healings are similar to how they were, in all honesty. So that's kind of like the Necro key changes. I'm going to switch over to... Oh, somebody over there. Who's that? Let's see who that is first. Oh, wait, I know it's him earlier. I'm going to switch over to the Arcanist, because they have some big changes too. Oh, that blue sky's come back. One second. Got the dots on him. The testing's got about another week. Look, that's it for 5k. The crits, that was. That's horrible. Look, 5k. It's nuts. We're going to hit the guy with this dots here. They're the dots. You can see that they're pretty good dots, aren't they? Testing's got about another 3 or 4 days on it. I'm going to switch character though. But that's some of the key changes on the Necro. The Destro, that's a big change here. This is just spammable. This is a really good dot now. Really, really good dot. This is just Major Breach, but it lasts 30 seconds. Wall of Elements is an AoE dot. So if you put this down, you get the dot, but it hits everybody. So it's basically the same as this. So like I could, in theory, if I wanted to, like run these. So what I could do is I could go to this person here, which would be really nasty. And then obviously he's got the 3, if you look at the 3 dots there, look at that. So that's like really, really nasty. So again, that's quite a big change, because normally you have to sit in it, but you just hit the person with this, and then it sticks to the person. The other change with Necro that was quite different is the Ghost. Ghost is now heal over time. There's basically Vigor. You can put this on with Vigor. And you have 2 Vigors, which is awesome. And you can obviously like do stuff like this. I'm not going to obviously kill him, but just sticking all that damage to someone is really nasty. Like, yes, it's only 5 seconds, but it does so much damage if they're moving. He's obviously spamming heals. I'm assuming he's on stream because he hasn't like tried to kill us yet. I'm going to switch over to the Arcanist because they have some good changes too that are worth mentioning. So like if you're new to this mode, like hop in, it's actually really, really fun. And the lag is way better, as you've seen. Like, I've been in big fights and we haven't like lagged or crashed. So we're going to go to the Arcanist. My Mr. Doom. My Dr. Doom is an Arc. Arcanist is great. At this mode, they've fixed a lot of the issues with Arc. So Arcanist had some big problems, as we all know. But with what they've done, it does make it feel much more like viable. I'll hop into Cyrodiil in a second. I was showing Lucas. Lucas fought me earlier on this, so I'm going to jump into werewolf form just to show him the stat page, because the werewolf stat page was disgusting. Will you be able to change the traits on your jewelry to Swift? See, those things they haven't said yet. So at the moment, you can't change your pieces at all. I would be happy if they maybe did it where you could like maybe the weapon traits count, the armor traits count. Maybe that would be a good like middle ground. So a bit like talk of the Last Aelid King, like almost basically have that, where you got a flat set of stats, but then everything else is I love the old werewolf. This is my werewolf stat page. So there's lots of stand recovery, 7,600 weapon as well damage. So the damage is pretty high, as you can see. I just need to level up some skills, but that's something I'm working on just for people curious. And Lucas was fighting that earlier today. So without that heal over time, it is a bit hard. I do think though, if I could change traits, Grim, I would go Swift, as you like to say, because it's really good. The Arcanist changes are as followed. The resistance, by the way, Lucas, it has talk of the Last Aelid King, so it had 15% mitigation and 10% for major protection. So it had an extra 25% damage reduction, which was not shown on the page. So you'll see down here. So I had this on, which is pretty nice. And then obviously with the 10% from the major protection, that was again more mitigation. The Arcanist changes are quite interesting. The rune form, so rune mend, is a base of burst heal now. So rather than it be 3 little ones, which is 1 big heal. So that's quite cool. The rune cascade is still the same. The shields are pretty much the same. The domain's the same. The gate is a teleport. It's a bit more, it feels more responsive. So like you can see when I push the button, it teleports instantly. Boop. Whereas normally there always feels like a delay. Boop. The glyph is the same as before. It heals you though, so this is like an AoE heal for you and allies, so it's a lot of healing. The damage ones, you got the shield. You don't have to run through the portal. Nope, you can literally just push it and it just works. So you can see I'm moving my controller, my analog. I'm going to only push the button, and I still moved. Which like, is a huge quality of life change. It does need access to the terrain though, so if you're a bit too high in the sky like this, it's not going to work. So if I'm doing that. The rune form does heal allies as well, so it heals you or allies. If you have it on your bar, so let me switch over. Do you see like these now glow? So it will heal me or other people. I don't like this mechanic though. They've done this for all the heals, where if they heal where you look, I want it to heal me only. I'm a selfish player in PvP. I don't want it where I'm going to heal people when I need the heal. Sometimes it prioritizes them over you, and it's a bit frustrating. So you have to get used to like doing stuff like this. So if you're running around, look at the floor, or like just change a rotation, because you can do that, and then like you're in a 1vx, and then they get the heal and you die. So just be careful of that. It's caught me out a few times. Domain just gives you sustain. Yeah, Lucas said that's his problem too. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's really annoying. The damage one had a few changes. So Rune Blades is just spammable. It's one hit, but it gives you crux. The big change is the beam. Like, I can't get over how good of a change this is. So how this works is that when you use this skill, it will damage everybody once a second, which probably means very little to most people, but it applies on the first hit. So if you charge this to 3 crux, yeah, which is essentially another 9,000 here, yeah? We do have a damage buff, by the way. Let me put that on. I think that's... Which one of these gives us... There it is. It's 9,200 and it's 9,000 here. So there's 18,000 every second. But because it applies the full 18,000 on the first second, and then every second afterwards, it means this hits straight away. So what will happen is when you charge this up and you push the beam on somebody, boop, they get the damage. Boop, they get the damage. Boop, they get the damage. So what normally happens on live is you do this, they get a third of the damage and they roll out the way. So they miss 2/3 of that damage. Whereas now they get the full hit of the damage for that first second, which means this does as much damage as spec bow. So it's like having spec bow that you can use for 3 or 4 seconds, which is fantastic. So yes, you might miss a hit 2 or hit 3 or hit 4, but that first hit is a burst skill now, which is what you lacked. So this is really, really good to kill people. You can be interrupted, it can be avoided, but if you use it as a charge up and I hit the first second with this, you're going to do a lot of damage. And if you can't get any extra seconds, great. Abyssal Impact still stuns, immobilizer, sorry. The Tentacle is just a big damage over time, it's not that good. And then this is just a crit damage buff, so this isn't good, I'd skip this. And the ring's a big nasty dot, so that's very, very good. But that's kind of the Arcanist. The big changes, as I said, is that beam change. That is huge, and the heal change here is good, and the spammable change here is good. But the beam is like the main one. That's like massive. I'll see if I can try and showcase what I mean, because I think it's really good to see like how easier it is to use. Yes, you still have the class stun, Grim. So, and it's still delayed. So you have colorless pull, I think it is, Eldritch Horror. So this is a stun, it's minor vulnerability, it can't be dodged. So I'll use this for like a couple of minutes and I'll switch to some of the other classes with key changes. Like the big one was like the Arcanist, that was a massive change. The Nightblade had a few small changes, but nothing massive, in all honesty. It kind of plays like a Nightblade still. The Warden had some really good changes. So like, I hope what they did with the Warden and the Arcanist they do to the other classes, because it's really good. And just like kind of keep those in live. So even if we find a resource, I'll just show you like how easy it is to use this skill. Oh, and this also works like across terrain like this. So you can still use the gap close, the teleport, like on dodgy terrains. So it's basically streak. So that's quite nice. As we get over here, I then switch to the Warden afterwards, show a few key things there. Sorcerer had quite a few changes that are quite notable. DK is kind of DK in all honesty, it hasn't changed much. Templar, still Templar, that hasn't changed massively either, to be honest. So we've got some resources coming up, so we can fight some people there. So even we did against this troll here, for example. We've got 3 crux, yeah? When I push the beam, damage straight away. Damage straight away. So that there, having that huge spike of damage, really, really better for PvP. I want to change this back to my staff. This should be a staff. That should be a restoration staff. So like that change makes it so much better in PvP because you can actually hit people now and do damage with them. Do damage with it, sorry. So we'll try and find a player just to kind of show what it does to a player because it is pretty nasty. And in group plays, like if you have 2 or 3 people doing it into a group, it's disgusting. Like it's really, really horrible. Because if 3 of you go like 3, 2, 1 fire, and you do it at the same time, that's going to be like 60,000 damage in 1 second, every second. Anybody walks into that like spot will die straight away. It's still under siege, but maybe there's some yellows that we can try and just hit with it, just to like see what it does. I want to show like how much better it is. I don't normally use it in PvP because it's garbage. Run! Oh, stupid bloody spear. Yeah. We're going to go and pop over here. Okay, we managed to get rid of those ones, which is awesome. So now we'll try and find some people to fight. Let's go up the stairs. Did it have a cooldown? Yeah, the cooldown's got a 3-second cooldown. That's also something I haven't mentioned yet. So I managed to get some hits on him. We'll go for stun there. We'll go for a beam. Beam, 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 beam. So that's 14k there. That person up there, we could probably get some damage on him. Gone for stun. Oh, he dodged down, he dropped down. I did hit him though from up there. Spec bow hits like a truck still. Is he going to come over here? No, he's not. Come on. Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you. So you said shooting about to burst there. Almost killed him with a burst though. That hits so much harder. Class shield is not. I've not seen it there. We'll go for the beam here. Beam, 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 beam. Oh, he got hit by his ally. But I got one hit with that beam that did loads of damage to him. Beam, 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 beam. Oh! Almost got him there. I am low on health, low on... Sim almost dead. Try and get the where did he go? Where did he go? Been going for the stun here. Big hit there. Ah, got so close, got so close. But you can see like when I'm landing that beam, it's so much more damage because it can actually hit as a burst skill now. Got really, really close. Let me see. I think my add-on's off. Is it off? No, it should be there. I think I'm still in combat. When I respawn, it should reset. But like that's the Arcanist, so you can see there's a few changes, and this is hitting like 17k. So this is hitting way more. This is doing most of my damage now, whereas before this never hits in PvP. So that's a huge change. And then with the gap closers, they have a 3-second cooldown. So that's got a 3-second cooldown. Cloak has a 3-second cooldown. That's a big change there. I want to switch to the Warden because I want to show you what the Warden has. It's got some really nice changes to the ult. Lucas says, are those on the live? They're in the Vengeance campaign, but they haven't added it to that base game yet. And I really hope they do. Even they have a morph where it's like, channel the power of the beam to damage everybody once per second. You got the armor ability in there. Not every class has it though, Grim. Warden had the next big changes. So the big ones were really Arcanist, huge changes. Warden, massive changes with how it plays. Assault, very similar, just a few minor ones. Nightblade, a few minor ones. DK, a few minor ones. Templars, a few minor ones. And the armor is actually quite useful because everybody has like low resist. So when you factor in that armor having an extra 5k, it's like an extra third more armor than other classes. These are the changes that Warden has, and Warden has some cool ones. So for the Warden, the best change is this one here. They've changed the bear, so the bear is now a direct use. So when you look at a target and you summon it, the bear will pop out of the ground and hit them. So imagine the Celine proc in the dungeon. It basically does that, but in PvP. So the bear appears out of the ground, hits them really hard. It acts as an execute. It hits really hard if it doesn't execute them. So this becomes like a burst ult now that actually is reliable. Because there's a slight delay, you can then sync this with Scorch and Cliff Racer, or like Force Pulse, for example, and all of these land at once. So there's like 14,000, 11,000, 25, 34,000 instant damage. It's so much damage. The dot's still very good. Betty doesn't give you any sustain anymore or a cleanse. It's just a damage buff, but it's free to cast. That's a big change. Swiftness is still swiftness. It doesn't give you snare immunity though, so that's also something to be mindful of. The heals, the mushrooms are like a burst heal now. They're pretty decent. It's more of an AoE though. The healing seed is a massive AoE heal, but you can't spam cast this. So you kind of put this down and then they have to stay in the area to get the heal. Vines is now a heal over time. So it's basically Vigor. Lotus Flower is just more crit chance. And Nature's Grasp is a heal that teleports you to allies like before. Rather than being a heal over time, it's a burst heal. For the ice ones, the Sleet Storm, similar sort of thing. It just snares them and gives you protection. It doesn't do damage. So this is like a defense ult. The healing ult, by the way, is still really good. It's a big heal over time. You've got your armor buff still, and it's for allies, so this is quite good. Gripping Shards is now damage over time that snares, that immobilizes them. So it's like a big hit. So when you push this, it's like bang. So rather than being a dot, it's an initial hit. Lots of good damage. Arctic Wind is a good burst heal. Crystal Slab makes you immune to range like usual, and the Frozen Gate is still pretty naff, so I don't use that. But that's like the Warden changes, and the big one is the bear. This is fantastic. As somebody who plays Warden an awful lot, this is the best change in a very long time for the class. I'll try and get into a fight and to kind of show you how useful it is, because again, it doesn't seem like a big change, but it makes a massive difference to how the class feels. And then if you like factor in that you don't have to use Dawnbreaker anymore, so you can then get the more Warden passives, so you can get like the extra crit damage from slotting those extra skills. And if you want to use the Animal Companions line with subclassing, if they made that change here, what will then happen is you can then run that as your burst ult and get the 20% stand recovery and mag recovery from Flourish, because you might not want to use the other skills. And it just gives you more options. You could do something like bear on the front bar, which is good, Betty on the back bar, so you've got that flourish always active with skills you're actually going to use. Whereas at the moment, on the front bar with like subclass, you might have Storm Calling. Streak's better than Bird of Prey. You know, it just is. Assassination's better than... So Merciless Resolve's better than Deep Fissure. Blast Bones is better than Deep Fissure. It hits harder. So like with those kind of things in mind, it gives you more build choice. Grim saying you mean the bear can't run off and die every 20 seconds. Yeah, pretty much. That's painful. When you use the bear, if it hits, it's so fun. But it never hits. Whereas with this, it actually hits and it feels rewarding. You're like, oh yes, it did it. And I used it on the last stream when I was like playing a Stamden. And we were hitting really, really hard. And what was nice is like you could just see the big hits. And it was like, oh, you just watch them go, poof, if you land it all at once, it's so much damage. Let's see a yellow. He's gonna roll off. Even a clip of a bear hitting somebody for 80k. That's pretty nasty. I was hoping to like fight somebody with it. We'll pop over and see if we can get somebody down here. Oh, I found the yellows. Any stragglers that are going to be running over. I know full well if I could pop my head out, they're going to play attack down. There. So you can see like it comes out and hit him. I need my Vigor as well. I'll try to go for the barrel, but you can see like it hits way more. They just have a better burst combo, like a blade. I need to put Vigor on this. Let me put Vigor before I forget, because I want to use my stam up. This is way more useful. With these combined, that's like better. Max mount speed? I don't think so. From what I've seen, it's very slow if you don't have it leveled up. But yeah, like that change, you can just see the bear. If I go into the combat metrics, the bear was sitting. I used it 3 times. It hit 3 times. Like it always hits now. It never misses. So that's really, really nice for like just quality of life, really. Let's see if I can find one more fight. But yeah, I think that's kind of the main changes. Yeah, no worries, Grim. I hope obviously other people find it useful because there's quite a lot that's different in this campaign. The 2H weapon skills are very different. Just like look at those if you're gonna do it. This doesn't stun anymore. There's no off balance, so you have no stun from 2H. So just be careful of that. Bow's like bow, to be fair. It's pretty similar actually. But yeah, the main one is 2H doesn't have the stun. That's quite painful for stand builds. Like I noticed that quite a lot. I will stay on this character till I die next, and we'll probably call it there. just wonder if there's another dot we can run as well, because the dots are like so good. I want to put a restoration stuff. I don't really want that back bar. No, we got loads of heals in the back bar now. We're like super tanky. Yeah, so the idea is that we can basically just stack heals. I do think that we're getting to a point where most people have gone for the night, because it's 12:30 in the UK, so it's like 1, 2 a.m. in Europe, depending where you are. It's very, very late. Yeah, if we can't find anybody, we'll go to like a resource. I don't see anybody down there. I think, you know, we've kind of got to the end where there's not many people left. Yeah, I'm going to call it here, I think, because I think it's, you know, we've shown different classes on stream. I'm going to wrap the poll up where it is at. So the poll was asking, what do people think of the campaign? 30% is like, yes, it's great, love it. 18 is like, yeah, like it. Quite a few people, 30% like, it's a bit meh. And then you've got 21% of people going, I don't like it, it's terrible, I miss the procs, I miss the sets. So it kind of shows you that there's some demand for this, for sure. Probably more for the casual players. I think we can catch this guy up, by the way. We're going to try and get this guy, and then oh, look at his that level dead. Oh, I feel really mean what we're about to do. He's very fast though. How fast he is. He looks like a console player. Look, he looks like he's obviously transferred over. I'm a bear ready this time. Yeah, having these extra heals is like stupidly good. Yeah, I think for his level, he fights very well. Obviously, he's clearly someone who's got like an alt character or something, so he's obviously played on a different platform. So you can see the burst combo there though. Just giving some heals on us, getting our resources back. I went to go for the kill. I missed the execute because that's the difference with the execute there. Look at that. Because he got him low. He played well. He's very, very good. Give him that. You'll see the bear hit, but I didn't get the bear to sync with the low enough threshold. You have to get them really low for the bear to do the bonus damage. I'll show you it's here. So if they're below 25% health, it's double hit and it's a guaranteed kill. But I think he was like about 28. Whereas obviously with like this one, where is it? I've used this myself on my Stamden. This hits hard because it scales from 50. So when they're like 28, you still hit really, really hard with this skill. But yeah, I'm going to call it there because it's late where I am. It's 12:30. If you get any questions about the stuff or builds and so on, you know, message the channel. If you want to chat afterwards or just around, there's a Discord. I will put a link to that. So if you're interested in that stuff, it's the quickest place to get hold of me in all honesty. Here's a copy to the link to Discord. And then as always, if you like what I do, then likes, comments, subs help. And I'm just saying massive thanks to all the YouTube and Patreon members who do support. If you want to support the channel to get access to videos early, exclusive builds and stuff, there's details down below. But as always, I'll catch you next stream or video. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care and bye.